Hi, this is Emma, and for PMDD Project I will be talking about PMDD and my experience with working. Right now I'm not working. um, I shouldn't be beating myself up, but it does make me feel like a complete loser, and I'm not saying for those who can't work or don't work that anyone else is a loser. I just feel that way, I know my family feels that way, and I feel that other people are judging me that way. I've had a lot of jobs in my life, from retail to mucking out stalls. Had horse barns, which is probably my favorite job, because I love being outside and love being around animals. I can be very proactive, very creative. I can also be a workaholic. I like to be a perfectionist in everything that I do. A few years ago, I even got my personal training certificate from American College of Sports Medicine, and it took me a whole year to study independently for my degree. I was so excited and happy, and I was hired at a couple of gyms to work with their gyms, but I wanted to become independent. Zen. Sorry, Zen wants to say hi. Sadie. So, the problem is working and PMDD is that, I experience symptoms for 2 weeks out of the month. And during ovulation phase, I become manic, where I become hyperactive, and things have to be done my way. I become a little OCD about it. That might last a day or two, and then the fatigue sets in and the paranoia. Now, I don't have any psychotic disorders or anything like that. I'll take, for example, my personal training career. I wasn't doing very well with it. Logically, I was just starting out in the career and trying to be independent in this economy. It just didn't work well. And I started beating myself up for being such a failure and just stopping, and fell into a deep depression. So basically it was mostly paranoia too, around my PMDD, that everyone else is better than me, I'll never make it, I'm not good enough, I'm not thin enough, or muscular enough, or I don't have the personality. I would start beating myself up, and I do that a lot when it comes to certain things. I went to college, and I wanted a lot more for myself at the age of 30. After college, I wanted to continue on to grad school, change my major, become a counselor, obtain a PhD. That never happened. I got really depressed. I started working in retail, and I couldn't afford to pay my college loans off. I remember working in one retail store at age 22, and right before my period, I was crying so hard, in the back of the store all day. My assistant manager asked me, "Are you on drugs?" He was kind of joking around, but I told another coworker I'm getting my period soon. So I must have been experiencing PMDD symptoms back then too, but I wasn't really sure what it was. And so I've been in and out of retail jobs, and not that I mind working retail, but when I start PMDDing, I told you before, the paranoia comes, everybody hates me, everyone's talking about me, I'm really tired, I'm so depressed. And I mean, the one little thing, a customer could say something to me, or like a coworker, and it can send me over the edge. I still want to go back to school, obtain a degree in counseling. Hopefully one day I'll become a personal life coach where I can set my own hours, or find a job where I am setting my own hours, because you know, it's 2013. I'll be 34 next year, and there's something like I want for my life better than I have now. So having PMDD and not being able to work because of the symptoms, and another one I have is really bad anxiety. My heart is always racing. And another thing is, I have a very hard time being around people. I have a hard time leaving the house at those times, but like, let's say I'm working at a Walmart or a big store like that, just being around so many people is a hard thing to like explain, but I start feeling like suffocated, and I start feeling like dirty. It's like it's really hard to explain, but I just can't have people around me or too close to me in my own personal space at that time. I'm okay when I'm not PMDDing, it's just around that time, and it's always been like that. So I'm okay like with a one-on-one or with a few people. So I mean, I'm trying to write a book. I've been trying to write it for like over 2 years now. It's a memoir about my life, and now I can focus it more on the PMDD aspect and the other situations I have in my life. So I hope one day I can get it published and help other women who are also going through the same type of experiences I've gone through. But I do have goals for myself. I mean, that's why so desperately I need help with my PMDD. I want to, you know, settle down, get married. I want to have my own career. I don't care about being wealthy. I just want to be happy. And I want to feel like I am making some kind of contribution to society. I don't want to be like put on disability or just like judged, or people thinking, oh, she just wants to do nothing and be lazy, because it's not like that. I mean, mental illness really sucks. It really does. I mean, it's not only that I suffer with PMDD, I also have the anxiety problem, like major anxiety. And it gets a lot worse during PMDD. Most of the time I can manage it, but it's really hard for people to be around me when I'm anxious too. I get angry, or I just get like really hyper, and it's not about anyone else. It's just I'm feeling scared inside, and it's just it's a bad feeling. It's chronic. And I mean, for those people who haven't had like an anxiety attack or panic attack or deal with general anxiety and PMDD, ugh, it's horrible. And then on top of that, PTSD, and trying to get through that too with PMDD. Like, PMDD just makes everything's like so much worse to deal with. So again, like, I would like to work. I'm trying to think of options of what I can do where I'm making money doing things I love, but like setting my hours where I'm not gonna have a freak out or anything like that, and being able to work and support myself well, and I hope that will be something to look forward to in the future. So that's my experience. Bye.